So he started out with that street magic,
Mm-hmm.
and he did that levitation.
Yeah.
Now, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
you and I in high school
Yeah.
spent a lot of time trying to figure out what that levitation entailed,
Tim,
right?
when we saw that levitation, that changed everything.
It did.
It was just like, wow.
This is when we started getting all the girls.
Yeah. We're like, that's it. That's it. We just have to learn how to levitate.
That'll impress them, and it worked. And to this day,
To this day,
we're regular...
to this day, we're best friends with Leo. Hanging out with him on the boat.
the P posse.
Yeah, and then he goes, you guys got to get out of here. I got David Blaine coming over.
Yeah.
Aw.
Come on.
It's like, nope, never the twain shall mix.
Yeah, he let me hang out with Al Gore one time.
Yeah, well, yeah, the earth-friendly stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's lucky. You know,
Al
he's
Gore
probably-
seems like another one that's going to be like the whole time you're talking to him.
I don't think so.
I don't know. He just seems like a dry mouth kind of guy.
Well, he's trying to save the world, Tim.
Yeah, I know, but hydrate.
Well,
Hydrate
but
once
Tim,
in a
he's
while.
trying to not take more than, his share.
That's actually pretty selfless of
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Well done, Mr. Gore.
Yeah, Tim. Maybe that will be like
President Gore, right?
Yeah.
Right?
maybe that, well, you could say Vice President Gore.
Yeah.
Maybe that's going to become like a thing in the future, Tim, like how people were doing like the ice bucket challenge to raise awareness for ALS. Maybe people go dry mouth to raise awareness about the environment.
I don't know that would help anything, though.
Hey, that would bother you a lot if everybody all the time was like,
Yeah. I'd be like,
and you were
know
like,
what?
why are you doing that? And they're like, I'm trying to raise awareness about the lack of drinking water.
Yeah. It's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So he did his first two specials, Tom.
Mhm.
Let me move this over this way. Street Magic, 1997.
And what was that about?
It was his first television special, and he just walked around, kind of going on the street.
Yeah.
And here's what I liked:
Okay.
he was out there with the average Joe and Jane, right? Doing
Just
card
stopping
tricks.
people and saying, hey, would you like to see a magic
exactly.
trick?
And they were like, who the hell is this? I don't know. Later on, he did less and less of this in his specials, and he's going with celebs.
Yeah.
And guess what? Celebs are dang hams sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes they're a little too...
And I just want somebody, when I'm watching a magic trick, you know what? Stay the F out of the way.
Right.
Know your role. Just play along. Don't try to outsmart the magician.
Yeah.
Don't try to make jokes. Don't try to put.
You're not the
part
star of the show.
Yeah. This guy's got his patter down. Stop trying to throw him off. You're ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah. There's, I didn't realize, because I was always curious, because David Blaine doesn't tour that much, if for the longest time I couldn't figure out how he made money. So I was like, does he just live off the money from a special every few years or
Maybe
so?
he just conjures up more money whenever he needs it.
Maybe. But apparently, I don't know if he does this much anymore, but back in the day, he would make his money getting hired for private parties from rich people. That's like how he knows all these celebrities and everything.
I bet he's famous enough that right now he could be like, he can make a year's salary in one night.
Oh, yeah. And I mean,
What do you think he makes a year? 45 grand?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the guy doesn't need all that much.
Yeah.
He needs a couple of cards.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe some years he's clearing high five figures.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If he's really hustling.
Yeah.
If I were... See, like, I've never thought about, like, oh, man, I wish I were rich. I wish I had all the money and a big house on the hills. I've never really thought about that. But I've never really thought about if I were rich, I could have parties and have David Blaine come and do magic tricks for everyone.
You know what? I'd be like Leo. I'd be like, get out of here.
What? No, I would... The problem would be if I were that rich, everybody'd be stealing stuff from my home because I'd be following David Blaine around the whole night,
that's
just
true.
want to see tricks again and again.
I think David Blaine is so perceptive, he'd be able to police that while doing his tricks.
It's
He'd be
probably...
like, 7 of diamonds. Hey, put that down. That's Tom's. That's
Yeah.
Mr. Reynolds.
Is that yours?
Is that your Ming vase?
I think if you're hiring him, that's probably like one of the add-ons. Like, would you also like Mr. Blaine to keep an eye on all your valuables?
Right.
And occasionally ask you where one of them is, and then when you don't know, he'll hand it to you or take it out from behind your ear or something, and you'll go, oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty... Tom, do you think David Blaine has to travel with a security detail?
When he goes where?
Like at a private party or
I don't think so.
You don't think people are trying to be the man that took down David Blaine?
at a celebrity party, do I think like Josh Brolin's going to be like...
No, I know Josh Brolin won't, but there's some undesirables in there.
There aren't undesirables. At a celebrity party?
Yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. circa 1999.
Right.
You don't think they were like, he might stab David Blaine?
No, nobody wants to be the person. Nobody thinks that he's immortal. Tim, do you think he's immortal?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But if he's not, I want to be the one who takes him out.
I want to be the one who proves it.
Well, not me personally, but like I can see how a psychotic person might think that.
I'm sure when he does these big private parties, he's got his own entourage, of assistants and things like that.
He needs no assistance.
Yeah. But I don't think he needs a bodyguard, Tim. He could just conjure a gun.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Next, he got... And then, after Street Magic and Magic Man, just card tricks, a little levitation.
Right.
Tom, I know how the levitation's done.
I know how it's done, too, Tim. I bought a videotape about it.
Man, the 90s were weird. We had to, order a videotape off the internet.
No, I think I had to, drive very far to a magic shop to buy a videotape about how a magic trick
Every time I go into a magic shop, it takes all my cunning or all my self-control not to walk out of there with everything, to spend my life savings. And also, I'm too lazy to ever practice the sleight of hand
it's all
that's
about
necessary.
practice.
Yeah. And so I buy these things thinking it's going to immediately make me a great magician. No, they're in the closet with my hockey stick and my baseball glove.
Magic shops always, I'm always real excited when I see one, but when you go into it, it's always like, all right, here's all the kid tricks that are affordable that you would be able to learn how to do.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of stuff behind the counter that's kind of like, if you even ask, they're going to be like, listen, buddy. These aren't for weekend warriors.
Yeah. I bought a wallet that when you opened it, like a big fire came out of it, a fire wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using it right before I had to film a music video, right? And I was trying to impress everybody with my fire wallet, be like, oh, I'll pay for that. And then I open it up, and then a big fireball came out of my wallet, burned off my eyelashes. I had it was, my eyelashes turned to dust, and then when I touched them, they all just disintegrated. I had to film this music video with no eyelashes.
Oh, so what's the trick there? If you pull out your wallet and a fireball... I'm sure the reaction of people was like, oh my God, what just happened? What happened? Why had that happen? Oh, what was that? Stack electricity? Is there a gas leak? What's going on?
Exactly.
And then if you go, oh no, it's a magic trick, they'd be like, you did that? Yeah. Why'd you do that? That was so dangerous. You burned your eyelashes off.
But what if I did this instead? They were like, what happened? I'll be like, I don't know. Perhaps some magic.
This week's episode of The Complete Guide to Everything is also brought to you by Harry's. Are you tired of trying to find the perfect gift for a guy in your life? It can be really hard to find something that's useful and practical. Well, look no more, because that's what Harry's is, both useful and practical. These are great razors. They sent me a bunch. Tim doesn't shave, but they sent me some. And I was actually super impressed by how comfortable they were. Kind of thought all razors were more or less the same, but these were very, very nice. If you haven't heard of them before, Harry's was started by two best friends, Jeff and Andy, who
who were fed up with being overcharged for razors, so they started their own razor company to give people what they deserve, a great shave at a fair price. This holiday, Harry's is offering a limited edition shaving kit. It is a really cool looking midnight blue chrome razor handle, which you can also get engraved with initials from them. 3 of Harry's German engineered 5 blades cartridge that provide a close, comfortable shave, foaming shave gel that smells really, really good, beautifully designed gift box, and it's only $30 on Harry's.com. They also offer handles and sets starting at just $10 if you haven't tried Harry's for yourself. As a special offer for fans of this show, we've partnered with Harry's to give you an extra $5 off your order when you enter the code GUIDE at checkout. And also there's free shipping, but the free shipping ends on December 9th, so act now. Go to Harry's.com right now to get a limited edition holiday shave set while supplies last, and don't forget to enter code GUIDE at checkout for $5 off. That's Harry's.com, code GUIDE.
Tom, all right, let's cut to the chase here. We got a lot to cover. He started doing stunts, David Blaine did.
Yeah.
Beginning with his 1999 special, Buried Alive.
Which me and you were live on the scene for.
Yeah.
As reporters. That was some of our earliest magic reporting.
Yeah. On April 5th, 1999, Blaine was entombed in an underground plastic box underneath a 3-ton water-filled tank for 7 days across from Trump Place on 68th Street and Riverside Drive as part of a stunt titled Buried Alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all his stunts had something to do with Trump. Do you think he's going to be the Minister of Magic?
Oh, that would be great.
I'd love to see David Blaine put in charge of something.
Yeah. I mean,
he's not a virulent racist, so
right.
They've got that going for him above all the other.
Yeah, I mean, he also seems like he's he's a very hardworking guy. He puts his mind to something.
Yeah, he'll make it happen.
Yeah,
and he'll
even if it requires lying and cheating.
Yeah.
No, actually, I read there was an interview with him. I believe it was in Rolling Stone or Vanity Fair in the lead up to this new special that just aired.
Vanity Fair? More like Vanity Unfair. You know who said that?
Who?
Tony Kaye, the director of American History X, regarding Edward Norton's profile in Vanity Fair, where he took credit for shadow directing American History X.
Well, that has something to do with Vanity Fair.
Well, they printed it.
Yeah.
You got to verify that. Vanity Unfair.
You can say that he boasted about this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how it was phrased.
Anyway,
all I know is it seemed very Vanity Unfair to me.
Now is this the issue with Demi Moore on the cover painted?
I think that was the only issue that ever came out.
So
we gotta not go out for pre-show beers before recording anymore. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
It's us, your two drunk uncles. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, Vanity Fair. Oh, so this interview, they asked him about Trump because they were like, yeah, you've done like a bunch of tricks that have somehow involved Trump or like Trump properties. And that's where he talked about it. He was like, when I was like starting out, I was doing a lot of parties for rich people and I met him and, did a trick for him or whatever. And he was like, when I wanted to do this stunt, I realized that this, he was like building something on the west side. It was just a construction, like an empty lot. And I realized it would be perfect. And he's like, I called him up and he was just like, yeah, sounds great. And he's like, and that was it. Like, he's like, I basically cold called him. And he was just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Imagine the stunts that David Blaine's going to be able to pull at the White House.
Yeah, when he's got eminent domain behind him.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of stunts. But yeah, well, I think, he was, like, whenever you would do these things, they would have like a press conference with Trump at like a Trump building.
He wanted attention for it?
Yeah, it was very unlike him, but he
Yeah.
wanted attention for it. But it was also